to determine the GT qualifying order for Watkins Glen. I have had the unfortunate opportunity to go out first in GT qualifying each of the last 2 races. Will I again? No. It's Ash this time, but I'm still up there towards the top of the board. Now, this is going to be interesting because Ash has a very, very fast car. Winner at Le Mans, and in her initial testing, very, very quick. However, rest of the field in behind got boosts, got increases in performance, so we're going to see how this goes. This could be a real shakeup for GT qualifying and prototype qualifying as well. Evo goes out 5th. He is looking for pole number 4 in a row. So now we start GT qualifying, now that the penalty settings are in effect. Strong penalties could be interesting. I mean, the way I'm used to running around Watkins Glen, track limits aren't really a thing. And especially when you get to the bus stop up here. I mean, what's a penalty, what's not? Ooh, really close to going wide there, but we're all right. I think it's an all right lap to start off with. I'm not sure. Don't really remember where I was split-wise. I think that's fairly good. We're over the yellow line. Yeah, this has a chance to be pretty good. Coming to the line, 144.6. Anything lower than 145 is going to be a good time. So that's a fairly good benchmark, and in terms of me going out first with any car, it usually goes horribly wrong. Not this time. At least, I don't think so. Will it get beaten? Maybe, but that's a good start. car has been struggling to find speed pretty much the entire season, if you will. Really hasn't had a good run yet. Will Watkins Glen be the first? On the curb, not really over the curb. Nothing happens in terms of a penalty. I just don't really know where you get penalized around here. Do you have to go completely over that curb to pick up a penalty? Into the bus stop. Fairly solid. A little wide. Pretty much right in where Ash was. Stepped out on us a little bit and I nearly put it in the grass. That might cost us. Car's a little tail happy. Yep, 126.5 at the split. Not looking very good. Oh, that might have been better. All the way out to the wall. Race to the line. 144.6 is not going to happen. It's a 145.1 for the Corvette, which is an improvement on what it ran in practice last night. So, not super worried. But Corvette's still a little bit off when it comes to performance and being up there with the top of the field. So let's take a look at the Corvette's lap. Put this car last on the grid, ahead of Le Mans. Can we improve on that here? For GT to the track at Watkins Glen, third car out in GT qualifying. Not usual for the first car out to still be at the top of the leaderboard after the second car has gone out. That breaks a trend in qualifying this year. Slight touch of the grass, we're okay. To the bus stop we come. Went a little wide here in the entry. We head down into the boot. It's not fast, I don't think. Unlike the Corvette, it stays planted, but we go a little bit wide. Not looking very good for the GT either. Didn't step out, though. Out wide. Oh, boy. Well, now it's probably not even going to beat the Corvette. I can never do my own car very many favors, can I? Coming to the line for the Ford GT 145-2. Last on the grid of 3 cars out. You know, I have 2,000 miles on this car in this game. You'd think I'd be a little bit better in it. Not really the case right now. It's been a rough go for the GT as of late. Caleb's Mustang. Daytona winner. Nothing since. But it also got a big boost after initial practice yesterday. We'll see if it makes any difference for the Ford Mustang. Didn't feel very fast there because I feel like you do want to go out a little bit wider. I did not. Up the hill. .160, 161. Hopping around on the curbs of the bus stop chicane. However, we push way wide, heading down into the boot off of that exit curb. Don't think we've got much going on here. Didn't get in the grass. 104.5. Got loose on the curb a little bit. And loose there. 126.3. Oh boy. And now we're plowing. This is not good at all. Mustang and a Mustang coming to the line, 145.3. I'm getting slower, but it's got to be down to the cars, right? We'll have a good indication of whether that's the case coming up next with the Subaru, but the Mustang solidifies what's going to be a miserable qualifying performance for the Fords. Consecutive pole awards for the Subaru as it takes to the track at Watkins Glen looking for number 4. But I think it's got some good competition here today. We'll see if that's the case. At least coming up a little bit later. .606 to beat for the Subi. Three straight poles and yet no race wins. Oh no! Well, that might just be the moment that's gonna take it away. We will see. Cut in a little close. I don't know, it's still quick. This still may be a pole lap for the moment. To the line, 144.0. the Subi might just continue to be on top. That is a shock, because that was not a good lap at all. But the Subaru, at least for the moment, provisional pole yet again. Jeff's Ferrari. Bathurst winner. But not much else going for it. And a reminder, I think, for Bathurst, that thing started 8th, 9th, towards the back of the field. And had issues on lap 1. I'm still not really sure how it won that race, but alas, it did. What can the Ferrari do? Can it get into the 144 range? Not thinking so. It's impressing me so far. Not the cleanest corner there, but it's all right. I don't know. We might have thrown any chance at a good lap away. Hard to say. $139, I don't know. The Ferrari 458 Italia to the line. 144.015. It was that close. Big improvements for the Ferrari here at Watkins Glen. Just missed taking pole away. Supra hasn't been super competitive as of late. Let's see if that can change here today at Watkins Glen. Back-to-back 144 O's. Okay, or just ride the curb the entire turn. Wasn't the intent. Can't be fast. Low entry there, probably not great either. Don't think it's going to threaten pole. It's really not going to threaten pole now. Stepped out on us as we head back up the hill, trying to get through the boot. No, 126.1. That's not going to do it. Should be decent. It's not going to threaten any of the top times. I mean, I think it's just going to be behind Ash, actually. 144.6. So in terms of the newly minted energy drink wars in the series, I suppose, advantage to the Audi. Three cars left to go, a Porsche, a McLaren, and a Lamborghini. Rexy holding a dyno nug to the track. Well, I think we're about to test that penalty meter. Not great at all, and there it is. 1.5 second penalty for doing that. So we somehow have to lose that before the end of the lap. Otherwise, I think it's going to double. And this lap probably isn't long enough to make that happen. It probably adds it on to the end and doubles it, at least from what I know from races. Every time I try, it's not going down, so I just gotta keep going. Well, it's not looking good. Might as well just push as hard as I can. This lap is gonna suck regardless. In the 145s. 146.9 is going to be its final time after the penalty is taken into consideration. Well, apologies to Rexy. Two cars left to go. The McLaren and the Lamborghini. In GT qualifying, not going to be the greatest start. I'm in on the grass. Oh, we didn't go wide there. We should be good then. That's really the only corner I was really worried about. I mean, I am worried about a little bit of goofiness with the penalties when it comes to the bus stop, but I've been taking plenty of curb every time, as you're supposed to do, so we'll see. Got a good bit of grass there. Could be good. You know, I didn't really realize until watching replays just how much elevation changes here just in the boot. Well, it's not probably going to threaten the top times. Actually, it's pretty good. A 144.282 for the McLaren. It might be its best qualifying run of the year. Potential to be, at least. But that's up there. A little, about 2/10, almost 3/10 off pole, so... Alright, we'll take it for the McLaren. Should be a start up front with one car left to go. Lamborghini to the track. Can it beat a 144.0? Oh, we didn't cross over the curb, so all legal there. Certainly got close, though. Probably pushed the boundary. Feels all right. I don't know. Nope. 126.0 with this split. Not gonna be enough. A little bit too under or out of control on this lap. It should be all right. It won't be towards the back of the field, but a 144.597 is going to mean that the Subaru for the 4th consecutive race will be your pole sitter. However, it shits the bed in the race, so nobody should be worried. To the board, once again, it is the Subaru on top with a 144.005. Just that close for the Ferrari, and we certainly could have made it up and gotten it under a minute 44. Was not able to. The McLaren finishes third. That's a surprise. It hasn't been up there really all season. The Lamborghini in fourth. The Audi in fifth. Squid's Toyota Supra sixth. Pat's Corvette seventh. My GT somehow not going to start last on the grid. The Mustang just a tiny bit slower. And then the lap from the Porsche was marred by a bit of a penalty in turn one. Never really recovered from that. And now, back to the randomizer. What is the prototype order going to look like? Okay. I figured I'd be going up towards the top in this as well. I don't know. I had a feeling. And I'm going off second, but Squid's Toyota will go off first. The Le Mans winner will go off third. And Caleb's McLaren, they got a big boost, going to go off 10th here. So, the Doritos car to the track at Watkins Glen. First prototype out. See if it can get back to its quick ways. It's one of the prototypes that you can just go around and fly through almost anything. That almost got derailed, however. "45 seconds there on exit. And a 1:14.7 at that final split. How will Squid's benchmark time look? Coming to the line with a 1:30.4. It's fairly solid. I don't know if it's going to win pole, but it's a decent time to get us started in the prototype grid for Squid in the Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili Toyota. I still don't know if I love or hate this car. So I'm out second. It's the car I will be running in the race. It just drives so much different from the other prototypes just because this car drives in the current hyper class. Everything else is more like an LMP2. Missed our braking point down into turn 1. That's not going to be good. It's just like the Ma, that first braking zone. You can't send this car in like the others. Awesome. I had a bobble, and I've got a penalty to worry about. Looks like I'll be starting near the back, boys. Now we're wide here. I'll be starting last at this rate. I did race the GT car once at Bathurst. Coming across the line, this is going to be nowhere near it. Final official time is a 1:33.9, which should solidify last place. It just was a little bit too dicey. It's just a... winner and two-time defending prototype pole sitter. Goes out early here, so might be to its detriment. It did get a slight downgrade, being a winner and all. It's a little uncontrolled, but we're doing all right. 114.7. Pushed it really hard there. To the line, 130.0. So that'll top Squid's time. And be provisional pole sitter again, but not by the margin I would have expected. It was not a clean lap, very similar to Evo's though, so these two cars just might be that unstoppable right now, which, if that's the case, we are going to have to do something, at least in terms of qualifying. With this car, it won a race now, so something will have to be done. But for the moment, it is our provisional pole sitter. This car was already too fast for its own good. It's even faster now. Oh my god. It's absurd. Had to lift a little bit. Felt like we were going to push wide. Can the long boy make up for it down the straight? This thing is... We want to talk about uncontrolled. That's this car for you. But maybe with a shorter lap. Maybe with a shorter lap, less time for mistakes, it's got a chance. Doesn't want to spin its wheels uphill, though. That's a good sign. Ah, that's contact with a wall real late in the lap. What's going to be the penalty if there is one? It won't come across, but it's a 131.4 for the long boy. It just is so uncontrollable, especially when it's got that hybrid boost. You just can't do anything with it. It just spins its way. It just spins its wheels, goes straight. So, another week, or another race, rather, and no pole for the long boy. the Hooters car is almost just a little too fast for its own good. It's too fast to the point that it can't just rip through corners quite like everything else. But we'll see if we can rein that in a little bit and get it its first pole award. Big hop on that curb. But feeling all right so far. Not my usual exit. Maybe that's faster. I don't know. Completely missed a turn. And there's the penalty. Well, somebody else is gonna have to do it because it's not gonna be the Hooters car. Let's see what we run. Oh, wait a minute, it still is! The first car to break 30 seconds, even with the penalty, it has gotten provisional pole. I do believe we will check after the lap replay. Unless I'm mistaken, I think it still did it. Joe has felt like a race winner all season that just hasn't put it together. It hasn't been on pole yet. Maybe today is the day. 129.9 to beat. That felt good. Late getting back to the gas. I'm not sure how much that'll affect it. I'd say it's got a chance. Slight tap of the wall again. Race to the line. 129.9. Oh, it's another 129.9. I don't know, but I think the Peugeot just got it. And no penalties on this one. Is this finally the time for the Peugeot? Maybe today is its day. Rein this thing in any bit here. Nice easy start. Fully under control. That's the goal. Remember, we got to brake earlier than we otherwise would here for turn one. Not the greatest, not the worst. To the bus stop we go. It's so fast, you just can't touch the throttle there. Slight traction loss, back up the hill. Yeah, it's just not good. So much more braking. It's so much more under control here. It's just not even this track and this car and me, because we can't forget the human element of this, or the me element, I suppose. But I just suck here with this car. So this is shaping up to be an interesting race. Not great. 131.9. they have won 4 straight pole awards now in the Subaru. This Audi yet to win jack shit in our endurance racing season. Is today the day? Had to lift there, or at least I felt like I had to. I think it's got a chance. Long decision to shift there. Oh boy! I didn't have to brake there. That might cost us dearly. Coming to the line. Will the Audi do it? 129.3. Say hello to your provisional pole sitter with just 2 cars left to go. Evo with the chance for our first ever double pole. This Porsche is yet another one that I think we can send around here fairly well. So this could have a chance to steal pole away as well. Bathurst winner, yes. Prototype and overall. I don't know why it's 6th gear is so long. It's gonna be good, but not top good, I don't think. Especially now. Not really sure what happened there. Outside of lack of fucking talent, it still has a chance to be good, though. To the line, 129.4, which is good for second place. I really didn't give it much of a chance. That's actually going to be okay. Huh. Out of nowhere. Well, this grid has completely flipped its order, it seems. The McLaren has just felt fast. Just about everywhere we've taken it. But it hasn't really been fast. Let's see what it can do here at the Glen. Last car out in qualifying, with a chance to deny Evo a double pole. I don't think it's gonna do it. No, it's just not on that pace. Avoided the wall. It's just not fast enough, and even with the changes, it still doesn't really matter that much for the McLaren. It's just tight. I can't push it like I can with the other cars. So we have our first chat member who is swept both GT and prototype pole. Evo has done it. The Subaru and the Audi will lead the field to green. So, prototype qualifying looks like this. Evo's Audi will pace the field to green. Pat's Porsche in second. Time's pretty close, less than a tenth of a second between the two. Jeff's Peugeot a little bit farther back with a 129.9. This is Lucas in the Cadillac, the 129.9 3.6 for the Hooters machine. Then, I might get this wrong. I think it's the less oil car in the 5th spot. Down 4 spots from where it started the last 2 of our races. Squid's Toyota that went out first. That time held up surprisingly well with a 130.4. But then you get into the cars that just... all 6 of these cars drive relatively similarly. When you get into the long boy, it's an entirely different battle. The McLaren and then the newer Toyota, the GTD, or not the GTD, the GTE. Is that what they are? The hypercars. They just don't handle it very well. They can't run quite like this. I mean, this car went out first. I took a penalty, but I mean, then I come out and improve it by 2 seconds. It's still slowest on the grid, so it didn't really matter what I do, which is probably going to make for a tough race for me. But we'll see how it happens. But Evo with the double pole. The Audi and the Subaru going to be out front for 2 hours this Saturday at Watkins Glen.